Hey, welcome back, Barbarians, to another Destiny 2 video. Today, Trials is back, and we are going to be looking at the drop from the Pinnacle chest this week, which is the Summoner, and it is Adept. Is it good? Who knows? We'll talk about it. And is it worth grinding? So, before we get any further, please make sure to drop a like on this video if you do find it enjoyable. So, the Summoner overall, let's take a look at the perks you can get on this weapon. Many different things, and to be honest, just overall, you really can't get that bad of a roll on this thing unless you have really bad luck. A lot of different options for both PvE players and PvP players. Um, I myself got one with, I think, Hammer Forge in the first column, and then Flared Magwell. Dynamic Sway Reduction, which is my column 3 personal favorite perk. Some people enjoy Moving Target, Zen Moment. And then column 4, I have Rangefinder. I would have preferred a damage perk, but you can't win them all. And Rangefinder is pretty good. Don't mind it at all. Celerity, I don't think is that great of a perk, even though it's listed there. And this is from light.gg as one of the top Crucible perks. Not great. That's just my opinion. Dragonfly, really cool on this thing, actually. Cool to get that as a roll for PvE. So let's take a look at the best roll that I got this weekend for my flawless runs. The Summoner Adept version, I masterworked this one. This does have, small bore, sorry. Small bore, light mag, dynamic sway reduction, which I personally love. It makes it, I play on console, it doesn't move. The reticle does not move. And then rangefinder for that boost to range. Stability masterwork, which is kind of crazy. And then I have Adept targeting, which it greatly increases the target acquisition, but decreases your stability. So my stability masterwork kind of offsets that. And this is a look at this is an Adept shader that comes on the Adept gear. And you do have to dismantle gear, and it's not guaranteed to get that shader. So that's just the kind of heads up there. And I'm only using this mod just because it's new. I really wanted to try it out and see what it was like. I don't notice that big of a difference. Since I switching to next gen, I did upgrade my field of view, so I upgraded my sensitivity. So my target acquisition all across the board is kind of a learning curve for me. In the background, you're just going to see some gameplay that I got with this weapon from playing. Nothing too crazy, and a lot of times it's not even kills with the weapon. But it's just different things of me playing. I personally think in column 3 you can't get a better perk than dynamic sway reduction. Some people really like moving target, but this makes it a laser. I did have one with Zen Moment in column 3, and I just found that it kicked way more than dynamic sway reduction did. This is the perk to go with. In background, some anarchy shots. I always find it hilarious getting PvP kills with anarchy. So just going over the summoner in general. In last season, when Gnawing Hunger was the meta, 600 round per minute autos, of course, were the strongest. Gnawing Hunger being at the top, sort of. But I always liked the summoner over Gnawing Hunger. Now I understand not everyone can get this weapon. Some people don't enjoy PvP at all. So just kind of keep that in mind. But even now, I would say 600 round per minutes aren't in the meta at all. But if you did have to pick one type of auto rifle that is, it would be 600 round per minutes. So with that being said, I think this is the top tier choice currently. Gnawing Hunger is still very viable, don't get me wrong. But with this being more recent and it can go one season further, I think this is kind of the best option for PvP if you're into auto rifles. And it's a legendary, it goes in the energy slot. A couple things make it unique as opposed to something like Monte Carlo or Suros, which are exotics and take up your primary slot. So it offers a little versatility there for you as well. One of the things I just generally like on this weapon that a lot of people don't talk about is the scope of the summoner. I find it pretty freaking cool. I love that square box. It locks you right in on their target. It reminds me of some older weapons. Was it the DMR? The DMR is circular from Halo. Anyways, not to go too far back, but yeah, I just love it. And pairing it with the Astral Horizon here, which is going to be probably the #1 sought after weapon for these Adept mods. Now, the one reason I would say it is worth trying to get flawless, really any week, is for the Adept mod, not so much the weapons. I don't think this is in the meta, this weapon currently. Of course, the Adept version, you do get +3 to all other stats other than impact. aside from your masterwork stat. So if you get masterwork reload, you get plus 10 when masterworking it, and then your stability handling and your range all go up plus 3. So it is technically better than all other summoners, if you will. But I don't know that it's worth the grind. I was honestly expecting, and I kind of kept myself in the shadows with this, that the weapon would be an additional mod slot, like adept targeting you could put on in addition to counterbalance stock and make whatever combos you wanted. That's, I feel, would make these weapons feel a lot more adept. Because currently, granted, this is week 1, but this is the format of adept weapons moving forward. I don't think this makes them feel valuable enough for the grind, which kind of makes me sad. But if you're into PvP and into auto rifles, again, not so much the weapons I think are going to be worth it, but I think it's going to be worth the mods when the other ones, Palindrome, Shadow Price, etc., come for PvE adept versions. I'm hoping the mods will be transferable. So it's just going to be worth having those mods kind of in your collections as something that doesn't go away, something to have. And again, those are only equipable on adept weapons. My guess is they're going to change something. Bungie's going to change something about the adept weapons. They don't necessarily feel that great to grind for. I remember, Destiny 1 grinding for the Messenger Adept or the Doctrine of Passing. I mean, those weapons felt adept. Granted, it was our first time experiencing that, but this just isn't that. So I'm curious. I'll probably play the week of the shotgun. I won't even bother with the sniper. I already have a god roll on that. The shotgun's the only one that's really going to be worth it out of these 4 weapons, in my opinion. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the rocket as far as adept mods, so I'll really be curious what they do there. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the summoner, the whole adept kind of reformatting with these weapons. Yeah, I'm just super curious what they're going to do moving forward. So overall, depending on this current sandbox, and this is hard because sandboxes always change in Destiny, I would say this is not a meta weapon. However, if 600 rounds get tweaked at all again, this will be a meta weapon. This just gets outgunned in a stasis meta, hand cannon, scout rifle meta, where the time to kill is just a little bit faster, and guardians don't peak as long as what you need with the summoner. So that's just my take on it. Hand cannons right now 120s, 140s. You can peak and get kills really quickly. And on the flip side of that, you have something like Trusty or even Mida, which from medium to long-term range, where you could in theory still get kills with this, those scouts are going to be the top tier choice in this current sandbox. It's just too easy currently to be evasive, which is why I personally give the summoner here something like a 6.5 out of 10. Let me know if you agree, disagree, what your thoughts are. I'm curious. Feel free to drop a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this, please like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next review. Bye.